But I'll tell you what, the third and most important thing is Omarion Hampton's a freaking beast.
Sense that you've got
Like,
this 26-year-old guy in a great situation, scoring like crazy. He's been a running back one back-to-back seasons, and you could get him way down at the end of the sixth. I think that price point.
all right, welcome back to the desk.
Welcome back, baby.
It is My Guy Monday.
That's right. We're doing a new segment where we go through and each pick somebody that we're either super high on, super low on, or think the market's mispriced and talk about it.
Sweet. All right, Cam, how about you kick us off today?
That works. Yeah, my guy is Chase Brown.
Mm,
I'm looking at Keep Trade Cut right now, and he is player 72 on the board. So in your
mm,
12-team leagues, that's the last pick in the sixth round.
mm.
And that seemed low to me. So I ran some numbers. I looked at all of the players that have played running back for the last two seasons and how many points per game did they get in the games that they played. And Chase Brown is number 10 on that list with 16.3 points per game. But he's
Okay.
going as the running back 17 right now on KTC. If you look too at the guys that he's within 6 months of in age, you've got guys like James Cook, who's scored 17.3 points per game over that same time period, but who you have to take in the third round of your startup drafts, not the sixth.
Okay.
Kyron, who he scored almost the same number of points as in terms of points per game, and who's the same age and right next to him in ADP. But then you've got guys like Kenneth Walker III, who are like 2 rounds ahead of him, and who he's beaten out by 3 points per game over the last 2 seasons. So for me, it just doesn't make sense that you've got this 26-year-old guy in a great situation, scoring like crazy. He's been a running back one back-to-back seasons, and you could get him way down at the end of the sixth. I think that price point is too low. He's somebody that I'm going to be making moves for, especially during this rookie hype season.
Okay. That's fair. I like it. I mean, I think for the value that makes total sense. If you're getting, third, fourth round value in the late sixth round, that's ideal.
Yeah, give
Somebody,
it to me
yeah,
all day. I mean, some of the guys next to him are like Devonta Smith, Jalen Waddle. Um, I mean, somebody like Brees is going 20 picks before him,
mhm.
and he's outscored Brees by 2 points per game. And you got to imagine that his situation this
better,
year
better than
in
Brees
the
Hall.
Bengals is better than Brees, I get
Yeah.
it. Brees is 1 year younger, but
Mhm.
I mean, come on. And I understand the worry. People are worried about Chase Brown's contract situation because he hasn't been extended and he's an older rookie. But here's the thing. If this guy finishes another season as a running back one,
Mhm.
even if the Bengals don't re-sign him, the second he gets a new contract with anybody, which 27-year-old running backs do all the time, Travis
Yep.
Etienne just did, they
Yep.
see a bump in value. You could capture the running back one upside this year and then sell him next offseason regardless of where his new contract is. So
Right.
yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer.
I love it. Well, I'm also sticking in the running back realm. My guy is Omarion Hampton. Little higher priced, but
Yep.
Omarion Hampton will be a top 5 running back this year in fantasy football. That is my
Okay. Flag
prediction.
plant.
And
Yep.
and and I'll give you 3 reasons why. First off, they hired Mike McDaniel. Mike
Yep.
McDaniel is one of the, if not the best offensive mind in football. I mean, regardless of how the Dolphins did while he was there, they had kick-ass offenses. And
Yep.
no doubt getting rid of Rome and bringing in Mike McDaniel is going to elevate the Chargers offense. 2, offensive line, they're healthy again. and they've signed people this offseason to add depth in case the injury bug somehow hits them again. They're going to be a lot better off up front, clearing up Hebert and also clearing up Hampton to run the ball. So I love the fact that they have McDaniels coming in, they have an offensive line that's healthy again, and they have backup plans in case they start to go down. But I'll tell you what, the third and most important thing is Omarion Hampton's a freaking beast. Like, I'm a Carolina guy, I went to Carolina, I saw him there. I just want to give
Yeah.
you a few stats. His sophomore year, he was 3 years at Carolina. His sophomore year at Carolina, he ended with 1,504 yards. And his junior
Yeah.
year, his last year at Carolina, was 1,660. And then his first year in the NFL, including all of the injuries, he still had 545 yards in 9 games.
Yeah. With no
Like,
offensive line.
with no offensive line. The
Yep.
dude is insane. Like,
Yep.
I, he's one of the best runners I've seen, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Health is his only thing. And I gotta tell you, I just see him as a top 5 running back this year. And I'll tell you one more thing. They signed a fullback, Alec Inglad, recently. He's had 1,000-yard running seasons, like, as a fullback with Josh Jacobs, Devon Achane, and Raheem Mostert.
Yep.
So they've brought in a blocking fullback to help him as well. It's just like his situation is so good right now, and he's such a good running back that I think if you can somehow find a way to trade for this guy and not give up the world, which you may have to, but if you can find a way to trade for him and not give up the world, I think you're sitting on an absolute gold mine of a running back right now. I
Yep.
mean, I really see him being, I don't think he's Bijan. I don't think he's Jameer. But after that, to me anyway, there's a pretty big void. I mean, you have McCaffrey, who's elite but old, Barkley, who's
Yep.
getting older, Taylor, who never has strung together 2 good seasons. Like, who's running back 3 this year?
No, I completely agree. I think, for me, I've been seeing a lot of folks ask, what do I do with my 101? What do I do with Ashton Genty? If you want to hold him, that's totally cool. But if
Mhm.
you want to do it down tier, I think getting Hampton plus another solid asset on top, because you can probably get a Jalen Waddle, a Devonta Smith, maybe add a little extra and get a T. Higgins or something like that. I think it's a great move because I think he probably has, even though he wasn't as good a prospect as those two and
Mhm.
may not, 5 years down the line be a better running back, he's going to score more points than they do this year. And then his fantasy value is going to jump up.
Yeah.
So love it as a market play, love it as a talent.
Well,
We'll keep this one high and tight there. Those are our 2 guys right now. Chase Brown is a buy at the end of the 6th round. Omarion Hampton is a buy. Probably near the end of the second,
mhm.
a hold in the mid-second.